Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's me, Cal, your travel size qualified legal advisor, here as always to help you simplify and tackle life's most common legal challenges. And today we're dealing with an incredibly common and incredibly frustrating issue, which is TV license harassment. I hear a lot of people talking about this and experiencing it in different ways with incessant threats and relentless letters and warnings and final warnings. But there is actually quite a simple and straightforward solution to this problem. So in just the next 7 minutes, I'm going to explain to you what those TV licensing agents can do, what they cannot do, and how you can legally stop them from contacting you, as well as the simple procedure for what to do if they ever do show up at your door. So let's get into it. Now, quick thing before we start, guys, I am not at any point going to ask you to hit my subscribe button, only that you give me an opportunity to earn that from you with the content I produce. So if at the end of this video you feel like you've learned anything of value, please feel free to do so, because I spend a lot of hours making videos in order to help people with their daily legal issues, and I would love to continue to do that. So firstly, when do you actually need a TV license? Now, in the UK, you need a TV license if you're watching or recording live television. Now, this does apply whether you're using a TV or a laptop or a phone or any other device. Now, if you're only streaming content from services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, etc., and you're not watching live broadcast, then you just don't need a TV license, as simple as that. Now, if you don't need a TV license, but are still getting scary letters saying you're under investigation or enforcement officers are going to visit your home imminently, what can you do? So if you've ever seen these letters or warnings, you know for yourself that they're not exactly friendly, are they? The wording is designed to intimidate with phrases like legal investigation and final warning and a visit has been scheduled are very common. But the reality is these letters are mass produced, automated and sent to thousands of households, whether they need a license or not. The primary goal of this is to scare people into paying. So how do you stop these letters? Well, the most straightforward way is to officially inform the TV licensing authority that you don't need a license. You can do this on their website by submitting a no license needed declaration. Now, from what I've learned, this doesn't necessarily mean they'll stop contacting you forever, but it usually cuts down the frequency of those letters. Now, if the harassment still doesn't stop, we'll deal with what action to take later on in part 6. Now, in the meantime, let's consider what to do if agents ever do come knocking at your door. So probably the main question that you're thinking is, can TV licensing agents ever enter your home? Well, the answer to that is absolutely not. TV license agents or visiting officers have no more rights than any ordinary citizen. They're not bailiffs, police or government officials. This means they cannot force entry into your home or search your property or your TV filming equipment or demand that you answer any questions of theirs. They rely on implied consent, meaning they can only ever enter if you invite them in. So if one shows up at your door, you're under no legal obligation to speak to them or to let them inside. So if an agent does decide to visit and request entry to search your property for TV equipment, you can do 3 things. Number 1, stay calm and tell them, I do not require a TV license and I do not wish to speak further, and then close the door. No explanation required. Number 2, do not let them in. Remember, they have no right to enter without your permission. If they ask to come inside, you can simply decline. And number 3, document the visit. So if you feel uneasy, document the visit by noting down the date and time and any details about the interaction, including what was said. You can even film the visit as long as it's on your property. This is, again, perfectly legal in the UK. Now, however, I'm also going to teach you how you can preemptively ban TV licensing agents from ever visiting your property. So if you want to stop agents from showing up at all, you can legally withdraw their implied right of access to your property. This means that TV licensing agents, like any other uninvited visitors, cannot legally step foot on your property without risking trespassing. Now, here is how you do that. Number 1, send a letter. Now, what you need to do is to draft a letter addressed to the TV licensing authority stating that you withdraw their implied right of access. Include your address and the date and a clear statement saying, I hereby withdraw the implied right of access to my property for any TV licensing agents. Make sure to send it recorded delivery so that you've got proof that they received it. Now, once this letter is acknowledged, any agent who visits your property could be seen as trespassing. If they still persist, you can potentially escalate the matter legally citing harassment or trespassing laws. But now, before I finish my advice, there are a couple of things that you need to watch out for when it comes to TV licensing agents, and these are also illegal. And the first one you need to watch out for is false claims. This is where an agent threatens forced entry or falsely claims to be a bailiff or a police officer. This is illegal under the Fraud Act and can be reported to the police. The second one to watch out for is persistent visitation, when agents continue to visit your property after you've revoked their implied right of access. This could be considered harassment. Document these visits and, if necessary, consult a solicitor. The final one to watch out for is entry by deception. An agent cannot gain entry by pretending to be someone that they're not, or by using deceptive means. This is a violation of UK law and should be reported. Finally then, for any of you out there who have tried all this and despite your best efforts, the TV licensing authorities keep sending you letters or harassing you, if that's you, here's how you deal with it. So if you've gone through all these steps, declared no license needed, revoked access, and they are still showing up, it's time to escalate. So start by filing a complaint with the TV licensing directly. Ensure you keep all records of correspondence. And if you feel like your complaint isn't being taken seriously, you can escalate it to Ofcom, the communications regulator. And in extreme cases, contact a solicitor to begin a harassment claim. Okay then, so look, dealing with TV licensing harassment can feel overwhelming, but you have more power than you think over it. By understanding your rights, staying calm, and taking proactive steps, you can greatly reduce the stress and inconvenience of dealing with TV licensing agents. Remember, you're not breaking any laws by choosing not to engage with these people, and they certainly have no authority to make you feel otherwise. That's all for this video today. If you found any of this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone else who might be facing the same issue. And as always, if you have more questions or need further advice, better call Cal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Finally though, please remember though, while reliable, my advice can and should not be taken as specific legal advice. This is purely educational content.